Wow, this just took a turn. You're looking stunning, by the way. Thank you so much. Now, here's the real tea. SZA has gone full throttle on Ariana Grande, accusing her of turning a blind eye and maybe even encouraging the racist and misogynistic attacks aimed at Cynthia Erivo. Fans and online critics have twisted Cynthia into a strange caricature, labeling her as overly masculine while casting Ariana as delicate and fragile. These jokes and harmful stereotypes have been swirling for a minute now, but SZA believes Ariana is quietly fueling this toxic storyline, allowing fans to be cruel to Cynthia. But hold up, SZA's not just throwing shade without evidence. She's backing up her claims with receipts that suggest Ariana might have been setting Cynthia up in subtle ways. If it were up to me, I wouldn't waste any sympathy on either of them. I just want to see justice served. Now, while some might find SZA's call-out of Ariana a bit messy, it's honestly refreshing to see someone stand up for Cynthia. It's obvious Ariana wasn't planning to address the issue, so SZA stepped in. One thing about SZA, she never hesitates to raise her voice when Black women face disrespect. This time, she left a pointed comment under a post from a creator criticizing the misogyny and unfair portrayal Cynthia's facing. Maybe I'm just that friend who's too woke. Honestly, I don't see what's funny about all these memes and videos that paint Cynthia Erivo as the villain and make her the butt of jokes. We all know about the fan incident in Singapore, but the way these videos, mostly made by men, have people dressing up as Cynthia and mocking her just doesn't sit right with me. There's a heavy layer of racism and misogyny woven through a lot of this. Why is it always men taking these shots? Why portray her as overly masculine when she's just as petite as Ariana? It feels unfair and off, no matter how you look at it. Sure, some videos are funny, like the one behind me where they imitate Ariana and Cynthia in a way that mirrors their interviews. But so many others online cross a line and make me uncomfortable. I don't understand how those clips get so many likes and comments when they clearly bother people. Maybe I'm too sensitive, maybe too woke, but honestly, I don't think so. There's been a lot of buzz and debate surrounding the situation between Cynthia and Ariana, with opinions flying in all directions. Some folks in the comments argue that the creator of those viral videos is reading way too much into the dynamics at play. They feel it's just harmless fun or harmless exaggeration, and that people might be blowing things out of proportion. It's not unusual for online communities to get divided over these kinds of cultural moments, especially when fame and friendship mix with rumors and social media drama. However, SZA didn't hesitate to wade into the conversation with a powerful response. She made it clear that the issues being highlighted aren't just a matter of perception or oversensitivity. They're rooted in something much deeper and more problematic. Her comment, "You're not imagining things, and no one is ever too woke," directly confronts those who might dismiss concerns about harmful stereotypes and unfair treatment. To SZA, this isn't about being politically correct for the sake of it. It's about calling out classic misogyny that's still alive and kicking, even in 2025. SZA's point hits hard considering the ongoing struggles Black women face in the entertainment industry and society at large. She challenges anyone who imagines these issues are behind us to open their eyes. She also warns that denial and cognitive dissonance around this topic will persist for years, implying that confronting misogyny, and especially its more subtle or coded forms, is a long, ongoing battle. She also recalls the intense backlash Cynthia faced when she was accused of being blackballed, a term often used to describe someone being unofficially ostracized or blocked by industry powers. Cynthia was also unfairly labeled as overly protective, an accusation that wrongly painted her concern and loyalty as a flaw. SZA calls those attacks insane, highlighting how absurd and damaging these narratives have been. By making this statement, SZA is demanding a stop to the perpetuation of these harmful tropes and behaviors. She's shining a spotlight on how harmful cultural stereotypes and misogyny don't just hurt individuals, they ripple across communities and influence how Black women are perceived and treated. In this context, she urges people to take these conversations seriously, to recognize the real consequences of such portrayals, and to call out injustice when they see it. SZA's stance resonates beyond this specific situation, tapping into broader conversations about representation, respect, and equity. It challenges us all to think critically about the content we consume and share, and the impact it has on those at the center of it. It's a reminder that while some might want to write it off as overthinking, real harm is done when toxic narratives about marginalized people go unchecked. So, this issue isn't just about a few viral videos, it's a wake-up call. SZA's fiery intervention invites us to question what's really going on beneath the surface, to stand with those who face unfair treatment, and to push for change that demands respect and fairness. It's a conversation that needs to keep happening because only through awareness and action can these harmful patterns be dismantled. Before anyone accuses SZA of going overboard, just take a look at some of these videos. They're truly offensive. In many of them, Cynthia is cast as an aggressive, masculine black figure, while Ariana is depicted as a small, delicate white woman needing protection from Cynthia's supposed aggression. To be fair, these memes didn't just appear out of nowhere. They started circulating as interest in Cynthia and Ariana's unique friendship grew and drew more public attention. From the beginning, it was clear that Cynthia was trying to keep her emotions guarded, rarely showing any real joy in her interactions with Ariana. This created an unusual atmosphere around them, one that some fans picked up on as a codependent energy, an unhealthy close attachment that left many feeling uneasy even without witnessing any direct conflict. Observing their dynamic from afar, it seemed like Cynthia was taking on more of a caretaker role, while Ariana appeared increasingly reliant on her, blurring the lines between friendship and emotional dependence. Everything shifted noticeably after a tense incident where a fan behaved inappropriately toward Ariana. Cynthia immediately stepped forward to protect her, a moment captured and quickly turned into viral memes that portrayed Cynthia as a strong, almost larger-than-life protector, a powerful black male figure shielding a fragile Ariana. On the surface, it seemed like a simple act of defense, but insiders reveal that the situation is far more complex. According to sources close to the matter, SZA's frustration goes beyond just the unfair online attacks Cynthia has endured. She also believes Ariana is actively playing a part in keeping this distorted representation alive, feeding into a false narrative that casts Cynthia in this exaggerated protective role. This tension is compounded by Cynthia's well-known vigilance over Ariana, caring so deeply that she responds even to minor signs of distress, like a simple cough. Meanwhile, SZA points to Ariana's carefully crafted public image as disingenuous, suggesting that behind the scenes, things are not as harmonious as they appear on social media. This contradiction adds yet another layer to the drama unfolding publicly, fueling speculation and keeping fans and critics alike captivated by the complexities of their relationship. After they began collaborating, did they ever get a chance to perform together? Well, reports suggest that SZA believes Ariana's behavior is just a calculated act designed to trigger Cynthia's protective instincts. Judging by Cynthia's reactions around Ariana, it appears this strategy is working very effectively. What really caught everyone's eye, though, is that Ariana has never once asked her fans to stop the harsh memes targeting Cynthia. Meanwhile, Cynthia has openly expressed how deeply she feels compelled to shield Ariana at all times, highlighting a stark difference in how both handle the situation. Thankfully, a fan who got a bit too protective stepped in, showing some serious mama bear energy. Cynthia immediately reacted, instinctively standing up and saying, "Don't you touch her." It was pure, natural protectiveness. The fan later explained that their main concern was just making sure Cynthia was safe. There was no ill intent, but better safe than sorry. Meanwhile, Ariana has remained silent about Cynthia's defense. She hasn't even acknowledged or thanked her for stepping in during that fan incident. Given that, it shouldn't come as a surprise that she hasn't defended Cynthia against the online attacks either. What's even more striking is that Ariana is known for speaking out against misogyny, but when it concerns her close friend, she goes quiet. She's seen the memes. She even liked a video calling out those mocking Cynthia for being masculine. So she's definitely aware of what's happening, yet she seems to be enabling the narrative rather than shutting it down. What adds a darker twist is how openly close Ariana and Cynthia have been, sharing photos and even getting matching tattoos. Ariana has gushed about Cynthia publicly, calling her a fierce talent and an even fiercer friend, expressing gratitude for their bond. But when it comes to standing up for Cynthia when it really counts, Ariana appears to draw the line, and that's clearly frustrating SZA. Knowing SZA's passionate nature, it's only a matter of time before she calls Ariana out publicly, demanding she address the situation head-on. Until then, all eyes are on Ariana to see if she'll do what's right, because if it were me, I'd never let anyone mess with my friend. Just saying.